And I'm a victim, I will tell you. I'm a victim. Think of it.
So now he is a victim. The strong man is now a victim. The real victims, though, the people that had to stand there and watch. Some people thought they could leave, but they couldn't. Watch this.
Help is on the way. Joe Biden has abolished America's borders. We are going to restore and secure America's borders just like we had them before, best ever. We built the wall, and now we will add to it. Now we built the wall. We completely.
And as you can see, people were milling about trying to get out of that room, and Mayor, they couldn't get out.
Oh no, once you sign up for this circus, you're here for life. So they learned the hard way. I think, listen, we have a wonderful opportunity. I just gotta keep talking about this opportunity that we have, because I'm left of left. And I think what we get to see right now is Donald Trump, the longer he speaks and they try to force him to read off a teleprompter, you're gonna get low energies. It's not until he starts winging it that we get the Donald Trump that we're used to, the bombastic Donald Trump. Forcing him to read something that someone prepared. Even last night, he still couldn't do it for long. And what we're gonna see is people getting tired and walking out. The problem though is the Republicans chose too long to wait before they can walk out. So even those, like the people in the room, those that are elected in the party have waited too long to walk away. And Donald Trump will wreak havoc on that party for the 2024 elections, presidential election cycle.
Yes, he will. And he is definitely a street fighter. So if they think they getting out, you're right. They waited too long and they let this bubble up because they were benefiting from it, and now they can't control it. And Donald J. Trump, hopefully, Mayor, this will be the last run for him once and for all. So his family, even his family, we talked about this a little bit yesterday. They don't want anything to do with this mess either. And right now on Ivanka's Instagram story, let's share this with our viewers. She laid out that she loves her father, no doubt, I don't question that. But she said, this time around, I'm choosing to prioritize my young children and the private life we are creating as a family. I do not plan to be involved in politics. While I will always love and support my father going forward, I will do so outside the political arena. I am grateful to have had the honor of serving the American people, and I will always be proud of many of our administration's accomplishments. So that is coming from his eldest daughter, Ivanka Trump, who, the president definitely puts on a pedestal. All the mainstream outlets handled this announcement quite differently. NPR handled it this way: breaking. Donald Trump, who tried to overthrow the results of the 2020 presidential election and inspired a deadly riot at the Capitol in a desperate attempt to keep himself in power, has filed to run for president again in 2024. Meanwhile, CNN took a different path. They had a different tone. Former President Donald Trump announces another run for the White House and enters the 2024 race, aiming to become only the second US president ever elected to 2 non-consecutive terms. So Mayor, what are your thoughts about what is behind Donald Trump's insistence that he should in fact run again?
I mean, listen, Donald Trump is an honest liar, right? If you listen to his speech, the use of I, Donald Trump really believes that he can save the world even when he's burning it down. And I think we need to pay attention to that. There's no truth in his soul, but he believes everything wholeheartedly that he says, even though he's lying. I think what's in it is ego. That's simply ego, and also the ability to enrich himself. And he would love to be president, or as he called it, king, president for life, king. He joked about it when he was president during his administration, and the fact that he's running again, trying to do something that's not happened in this country since the 1800s, is absolutely telling that Donald Trump, someone who is facing charges, numerous charges for trying to tear down this very government, this very democracy he's looking to make great again, is telling of who and how he thinks and see the world. I think, to be honest about his daughter, I don't think she's not participating because she's trying to care about her young children's lives, because they were younger the last time around. So I think it's more about she can't stand to have more charges faced. She don't want to face any more charges, her and her husband. Plus they raked in a lot of money while they were in the White House, and I think they're sitting comfortable.
Yeah, they did, and they were very close to the heat, but absolutely, they benefited that entire family, enriched themselves in ways that I wish I could say were unknown. We have a lot of people, unfortunately, in the halls of Congress who enriched themselves similarly as the Trump family did. But Mayor, you have a very strong point. They were too close to the fire and they don't want to get burned again. Well, we will continue to watch this as Donald J. Trump announces his run for the 2024 presidential election cycle. No one is surprised here. I guess the thing that really is getting to me just a little bit, Mayor, is how there is really no daylight between presidential elections anymore. I knew, and we said on the show, as soon as this midterm election was over, the presidential election started. I said the next day, but it probably really started that night.
Yeah, I think it's telling, and the irony of him being so arrogant, still announcing after the Republicans lost, and the Republicans did lose. We gotta call it what it is. If you go back and look as far as you can look in presidential, the first midterm for president is supposed to be a whammy shack. That didn't happen. I mean, the Democrats held the Senate, and the Republicans are still fighting to this point to get their control of the House. Not to mention some of the pickups on the state and local levels. So I think what's beautiful though is his speech was lackluster. Republicans' performance in 2022 was lackluster, and that's telling for what progressives can do going forward.
I hope that is the case, man. I want you to be right. And you used the key phrase. You said progressives. You didn't say neoliberals. You said this is a path forward for progressives. We're gonna keep on pushing on that.